right, welcome to Metal Up Your Podcast. This is episode 453. We are finishing Poor Swedish Me 96. This is the last unexplored DVD in the Low Deluxe box set. Last week we watched the first half together on YouTube. This week we're watching the second half. If you are just listening at home, you'll still be able to hear the audio, but I do recommend watching it along on YouTube so that we can all have fun together and have a little Metallica party together. Have you guys been watching the Metallica TV? That's just sort of 24 hours streaming Metallica live and stuff. Man, I kind of can't get enough of it. And that's saying a lot for a guy that does a weekly Metallica podcast for going on 8 or 9 years. But it's just so comforting to put on, dudes. So comforting. Happy Easter to those of you who celebrate. And hope everyone had a great weekend. And I'm excited to watch this DVD with you all. I've got it all dialed up. It's all ready to go. It's all perfectly chef's kiss, beautifully curated. And we are going to do the normal housekeeping. We are going to read some emails. But firstly, I would like to say thank you to the patrons are rolling in, dude. You guys are being so fucking awesome and supportive on the Patreon. I want to say thank you to new patrons, Tyler Hull, The Ray Z, Matthew Urbelli increased his pledge. Scott and Tracy Miller, Philly B, Raphael Albuquerque, which has to be like a hitman's name. You've got to be like a James Bond villain or something, dude. Raphael Albuquerque. And then Scott Richmond also. You guys give yourselves a round of applause. You deserve it. A hero comes along. No, I really do appreciate all the support over there. You guys are so cool. Thank you. You can check out the Patreon. There's a lot of cool stuff over here. The coolest thing that I just did is everyone knows, literally everyone, even people who've never heard the podcast, know that I have re-edited 72 seasons. And good Lord, it needed it. I hate to say it, but it did need it. And what I did was I did basically a video of me, use a little video of me in the corner, and I open up my Logic session. And I show you exactly how I edit it just live. You can see exactly the cuts I make. I reason through it. I talk about it. You see me get it right, get it wrong, wrestle with it. I try some things. You see me refine it. I've got one of the videos out, I think, for If Darkness Had a Sun. You can publicly see it on YouTube. But all 12 songs are on Patreon. And starting this week, I'm going to start diving into Hardwired. And then I'm going to do probably Death Magnetic. So there's cool stuff going over there. There's, I think, over 20 exclusive videos over there. It's a way to support the show. People all over the world want to buy me a beer, buy me a coffee. This is the way to do it. I do appreciate you all. And if you can't do it, it's no sweat. Thank you for listening. Go to the YouTube, like and subscribe. It's really helpful and all that stuff. It gets more eyeballs and ears on Metal Up Your Podcast. And, you know, I think this is a good podcast. And I think that more people should know about it and see it and hear it. Even the knuckleheads who give me a hard time. I had a guy last week who said, I put out the video of me reacting to the Load era videos. And he said, dude, why are you stretching these videos? They look horrible because I can't get the actual exact 1080, whatever the fuck, in my little video. If you guys who watch it on YouTube, you'll see that I make these little frames, and it's all ties into the brand, and there's a color scheme. When we watch the Load videos, there's like a Load background. I made all that stuff. Your boy made all that stuff. But look, I'm not recreating and representing in the highest fidelity possible these music videos, dudes. I'm making a podcast. So some guy said, why are you stretching these? It looks awful. And I wrote, relax, it's fine. And he said, it's an attitude like that that is really showing a disrespect to the art form. And to that, I just have to say, like, dude, it's past your bedtime. It's time to go night-night. What the fuck are you talking about? So, anyway, even that guy, there's room at the Metal Up Your Podcast table for that guy, unless it's past his bedtime. I can't emphasize that enough. It's probably past his bedtime very early in the evening. But anyway, more people should see it. And that's the way, you know, if you want to really support the show, get on the Patreon. But if you don't want to do that, then there are other ways. And that's the way. Tell a buddy, tell your neighbor. Talk to your neighbor that you've never spoken to, and may the first thing you say to them be, "Hi, I know I've lived next door to you for 18 years, and we've never spoken, but I just wanted to tell you about this really cool all Metallica podcast that this guy Clint does." And then who knows, you guys might become best friends. That might be all it took. Okay, you can write in metalupyourpodcastshow@gmail.com. We are going to check out the emails right now. Okay, our first email is from Matt. Hey, Clint, just watched the pod. I like putting that abbrev on there, dude. Getting right to the point with an abbrev so that you can save time. Just watching the pod on YouTube, and after an email, you mentioned The Garage Remains the Same show that was televised on MTV. It was the Roseland Ballroom gig that I mentioned last week. He says, I didn't realize it until I Googled it, but the Garage Barrage is actually what they called the 5 shows in late 98, where the set list was all covers. Apparently, the Garage Remains the Same was the following year and a longer tour, which is so, dude, I just completely forgot about that. I think the Garage Remains the Same tour was like a 40-day tour, whereas the Garage Barrage was what I saw on TV, which was, I believe, from the Roseland Ballroom, which is a pretty small club up in New York. For them, maybe 1,000 cap. He says, anywho, I was actually at the Philadelphia Garage Barrage show with my dad when I was 14, which took place the night before the televised New York City MTV show. My dad was never a big Metallica fan, but he actually let me, but he actually felt bad from the year before because he didn't take me to the free parking lot show in Philly, so he decided to take me to the Garage Barrage show at the Electric Factory. I'm sure you're familiar with the venue, but most people don't realize what a small, intimate place that was to see Metallica. Yeah, the Electric Factory is a legendary rock club in Philly. At the time, my dad and I found a section of bleachers that we were able to stand on and get a clear view of the band. I'd been a diehard Metallica fan for 2 years by this point. I actually knew a lot of the songs they were playing because I was able to get a bootleg of the Metallica covers from a record store on the Jersey boardwalk that summer. God bless that time, dude. I remember getting crazy bootlegs, too, of like Pearl Jam and, yes, of course, I'm sorry to say it, Dave Matthews Band. From these weird little record stores in Birmingham. It's gone. I'll never forget when the boys walked out, seeing them in person for the first time. They were like mythological creatures that suddenly came to life. Dude, I know that exact feeling. Man, I felt that feeling so many times when I was a kid. I distinctly remember making lots of eye contact with Jason and wondering at the time if he was looking at me. Thinking about it as an adult now, I'm certain he was, because I was definitely the youngest person there. The show was amazing. I've seen the boys many times over the years, but this will always be my favorite. Thank you for all you do. Love and respect, Matt from Glenside, Pennsylvania, New Jersey. Yeah, I went and looked up the set list, which I believe was the same for the whole Garage Barrage thing, and I have it here. We can all follow along together. It says other acts were Battery. I don't know what that might have been. Maybe a Metallica cover band. Maybe that's the cute thing they were doing was a Metallica cover band opens up their show where they're Metallica playing cover songs. Die, Die, My Darling, Blitzkrieg, The Small Hours, The Prince, Sabracadabra, Whiskey in the Jar, Stone Cold Crazy, Merciful Fate, Turn the Page, Am I Evil, So What, Encore 1, Killing Time, The Wait, Last Caress, Green Hell, Encore 2, Bread Fan, and Overkill. Which is pretty cool. I want to do an episode where we watch along with the Garage Barrage because, man, it's crazy. I remember exactly where I was sitting at my grandmother's house when it came on. I think I'd put a bunch of food together. I used to eat steakums when I was a kid. You guys remember steakums? It was like I would make a steakum and then I would be like, I'm cooking. I cook. Probably made a little steakum sandwich and maybe a little bowl of soup. Maybe a cookie or two. A big old cup of sweet tea from Milo's, baby. And then I sat down to watch it because then it was advertised and then you would have to be in a place at a time to watch it. I knew all my buddies were watching it. I knew we were going to be comparing notes at school the next day. And then I just sort of sat in amazement if they just played song after song that I did not know. I did not know those songs. So it'd be fun to revisit that because I do not believe other than in a cursory glances that I've checked that stuff out. I remember James was wearing like the white tank top with the a black ninja star on it, which is so cool. I'm a sucker for that shit. Thank you for the email, homie. I appreciate it. Our next email from Logan. Hey, Clint. I've been on board since around the 2nd episode. I was one of the first round of pick winners. Oh, yeah, we used to give out custom guitar picks to people who would leave a positive review on iTunes. It's been great to see your continued success, especially with how much things seem to be taking off for you on YouTube. I got into Metallica with Load. Until It Sleeps came out on my 17th birthday. I was mostly a grunge alternative guy before that, so all the deep dives into the songs and just that time period has been great for me to hear, and I can't wait for anything else. Plus, I'm really looking forward to any Reload material when that time comes out. Dude, I'm already stoked to do the deep dive on Slither. Your boy's doing a deep dive on Better Than You, and there's no force on God's green earth that will keep me from doing that. You guys know this, right? It won a Grammy. Can't stop this train from rolling. I remember I did the Better Than You episode with Tom Quee over at Alpha Metallica, where he would cover each Metallica song in alphabetical order. But you didn't see that curveball coming. And we did Better Than You. And he was ripping it. And he asked me something like, I mean, are you proud of Metallica when you listen to Better Than You? And I was like, what a fucking weird question. I don't think so. I just know that if I'm in my car, I drive faster during it. And I bang the steering wheel, which is a good sign. That's good. Logan goes on to say, I was fortunate enough to get Sphere tickets for the November 5th and 7th shows, which of course was a debacle and very frustrating. With Metallica deciding to do shows at this venue after seeing what U2 was doing there, do you think there would be any chance that they would release any new material to coincide with the shows the way U2 did with their single Atomic City? I know that Lars is constantly saying that they're always working on new music, so I would love either a single or maybe a 3-song EP released around the same time. If it doesn't happen, I really can't complain. Even with 2 nights, there's going to be a healthy number of songs I wish they played, but I would love to hear what they have going on now. Either way, with new material or not, I'm really excited for this new live experience and hope that you're able to make any and all the shows possible and have a fantastic time. To your continued success, Logan Novak, San Antonio, New Jersey. A lot of people from New Jersey writing in this week. Yeah, I mean, it's so much work. It's just so much work to put the Sphere stuff together because they have to make every bit of the content from scratch. Now, on the one hand, great opportunity to slide a new song in there because you got to make everything anyway. On the other hand, I think there's so much rehearsal and work, and there's so many interesting obstacles that are fine, that are doable. They have a great team. They've been a band at the top of their game for a very long time, especially production-wise. The last 10 years with everything they were doing on those Hardwired shows and the M72 and the round stadium thing. I just don't see it. I don't see them cranking out new material for this. And it's just artists are in such a tough spot with new material because, especially if you're a band like Metallica, because you got to ask yourself, I mean, I hate to say it, but we are at a point in culture where new stuff is so disposable. It's here today, gone tomorrow. And when you're a band like Metallica and you have made so many great records, you're almost a victim of your own excellence in a way. Like, there's nothing you can do that won't get compared to Master of Puppets for some people, right? There's a whole echelon of Metallica fans that they may put up with the Black Album. They may like a few bangers on Load and Reload. But there's a huge subset of fans that just really love those first 4 albums. And so they'll always compare anything Metallica does to those first 4. And guys, it's just going to be very hard for Metallica to top Master of Puppets. And there's guys like me that long for the Black Album, Load, Reload, dark lyrics, Corrosion of Conformity, Alice in Chains, textural stuff. And they're not going to do that either. You know, they're going to get close. They got close with Now That We're Dead. They got close with Dream No More. Dream No More feels kind of like a Memory Remains, a sister song to that. So, and also it's hard to write songs. It's hard to make things like that. That's why, to me, 72 Seasons is really still such a great achievement, even though I edited some of it down. I think they are struggling to edit themselves, which is fine. But it's still an amazing achievement. Hardwired, I've been listening to more because I've been thinking about what it's going to look like when I edit Hardwired. And Hardwired is an amazing achievement, dude. But it ain't no Master of Puppets. There's nothing. They haven't done anything since 2008 that can touch sad but true, you know? I mean, Day That Never Comes might be their last, like, great song. Maybe Moth in the Flame, actually. Moth in the Flame's pretty dope. But you guys understand what I'm saying, right? When they sit down to make a new thing, they have to think about, does this have import? Is it valuable? Will it matter? Or are they going to spend all of that time and money? Not that money's probably a huge consideration for them, but they are running a business. So they're going to spend all the time and studio time and effort and money to make it. And then they're going to put it out there, and it's just the world's going to immediately not care. It will be immediately disposed of after one day. And then most of the people that are having conversations about them in the world, the chatter about them, they're going to rip on it. So I get it, dude. I mean, Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons quit making their last new album was in 2012. And they're like, why would we make another album? People really just want to hear our 15 to 25 best songs. And it's hard to blame them. I feel sad about that because I want the artists that I love to want to keep telling their stories. I'm interested in them. That's why I followed them this whole time. Kiss didn't quit being cool to me after Love Gun or Destroyer. Even when they made albums that I couldn't really understand, I was glad they were making them out there. Even Saint Anger for me, I'm glad they made it. It's such a curious, interesting album. And it's passionate and visceral. And if you're in the mood for it, it scratches an itch that Reload doesn't scratch. So I'm kind of getting in the weeds there, but it's a good opportunity to, but I just don't think they will, and I kind of understand why they wouldn't. But we might all be surprised. They might have a trick up their sleeve. I do think they're going to do some cool stuff that's going to honor a lot of the different eras. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Frantic sounds like in the Sphere. And I'm definitely going to two of the February gigs, but I think I'm going to be hopping into some of these October and November gigs as well. So I'll keep everyone updated, of course, as I know my schedule, and we'll have to plan something where we all hang out, man, because I would love to meet people that I haven't met before. Of course, every time I go to these gigs now, I get to hang out with friends that I've made through the podcast, and, you know, I could name them all here, but too many to name. But I love it. I love hanging out with everyone so much. So thank you for the email, Logan. Appreciate you, baby. Email number 3 from Sam. Hey, Clint. Watching part 1 of Poor Swedish Me, last week's episode, all I can say is yes, Until It Sleeps is probably the best Metallica song ever. I made that anecdote, which Until It Sleeps is actually the last song that we finished with. We're going to pick right back up after that here in a few minutes. He says, sure, there's Master of Puppets, Enter Sandman, Blackened One, whatever the F. But it's the perfect balance of heavy and melodic, speaking of Until It Sleeps. It also has a strange structure that makes complete sense in context, but it's weird otherwise, which is actually classic Metallica. It rules. You're right. Keep up the good work. Sam. Thank you, Sam. I know, dude. I'll have that happen to me where, yeah, I'll be listening Until It Sleeps, and I'm like, this is the best Metallica song. This is my favorite. And then I'll listen to Creeping Death, and I'm like, this is my favorite Metallica song. This is their best song. And then Blackened will come on, and I'm like, what was I thinking? This is clearly the best, and so on and so forth. One of the interesting YouTube arguments I got in with a video I made was I was talking about deep cuts on albums and how hard it is to make a masterpiece, like front to back, like a Pet Sounds or a Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. And I was talking about even a great Metallica record like Ride the Lightning has Escape or Trapped Under Ice. I just named all the lesser songs. And oh boy, cue everyone going, yeah, but how could you say Trapped Under Ice is my favorite song? Yeah, I get it, dude. I mean, my favorite song on Reload is fucking Where the Wild Things Are. If someone said, that's one of the lesser songs on Reload, buddy, I'd be like, yeah, you're right. I mean, that's true. It ain't The Memory Remains or The Unforgiven 2. It's no Fixer. I know that. But yeah, Until It Sleeps, there's some I think we could all agree on, right? That are just like up there, man. I think a song like Bleeding Me or Outlaw Torn or Fixer, you go, those are some of the best on Load and Reload. But something about Until It Sleeps, I think, does transcend that time. Lyrically, melodically, everything that you said, melodically, lyrically, it is heavy as hell. I love how quickly it gets into the chorus. It's about something deep and real and personal. And there's not much of that until then. You know, Nothing Else Matters, The Unforgiven, kind of. Dyer's Eve, kind of. But that's about it. And then, dude, starting with Load, I mean, the first single, dude, Until It Sleeps, this song about his mother dying of cancer and this thing in him that holds him. Hold Me Until It Sleeps. I mean, Jesus Christ. We'd never seen anything like that from him at that point. And it freaked a lot of people out. And he was rubbing shit on himself in the video. There was a golden snake writhing on the ground, and, you know, Lars had his pierced nipple. There were other problems, too, I understand. But I also think the material, the vulnerability of the material actually was kind of a lot to chew for people that were like, no life till leather, we're going to kick some ass tonight. But he said it himself in 1988, babies. I've outgrown that fucking lullaby. Thank you, Sam. Always appreciate hearing from you. Our last email comes from Tyler Hull. Good day, how do? I just got back on the Patreon train. Thank you very much. And I've been enjoying your edits of Saint Anger and 72 Seasons. I will be diving into your stems of Load soon. I thought it would be awesome if you make edits exact or of your own version of the Justice and Kill Ride medleys, maybe even Mastertarium from the 2000s. I think it would be cool to hear your take on these. Happy to be back on the ride. Thank you, sir. Tyler Hull, Oklahoma City, New Jersey. P.S. Being a basketball fan myself and a diehard OKC Thunder fan, do you think the Spurs got a chance against us? Peace. Thank you, Tyler. Yeah, I mean, dude, the Kill Ride medley is probably my favorite medley. I love the Justice medley, but I think the Kill Ride one's probably my favorite. I did do a Load Reload medley years ago. Maybe I could try to put that together again. Putting the medleys together is a lot of work, but yeah, I could maybe throw those together. I'm pretty excited to jump into Hardwired and Death Magnetic, and I think I'll do Beyond Magnetic also, because dude, there's a killer song in Rebel of Babylon. It's just so long, dude. It's like 10 minutes long. I'm looking forward to doing Suicide and Redemption. I'm looking forward to doing Spit Out the Bone and some of the like back end Hardwired songs. Confusion, Here Comes Revenge, Am I Savage? Maybe trim some fat for Murder One, and maybe Murder One gets a little easier to listen to. We'll see. Okay, the basketball stuff. Now, some people don't like it when I talk about basketball on here, which is fine. I get it. But I'm going to talk about it for a few minutes because I love it. And you can skip ahead, okay? You guys are grown-ups, and I believe that you can skip ahead. So, do I think the Spurs have a chance against OKC? Oh, yeah. I think the Spurs were the only team, especially in the first chunk of the season, that could stop OKC. And I think there was a point where they beat OKC 3 or 4 games in a row. They seemed to sort of be the OKC giant slayer. And I think the Nuggets have a chance at it too, but that's it. Otherwise, in the West, OKC is the best team in the NBA, kind of by far. Surprisingly, the Celtics are looking pretty good again too. So it's looking like an OKC Celtics situation in the finals. And, you know, I got to tell you, just because I had to watch Luka go through OKC for years, I don't like OKC, but it has nothing to do with not respecting how complete they are as a team, how amazing they are as a team. I'm not a huge SGA guy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who is the reigning MVP, for those of you who are listening but don't know much about basketball. He's the MVP from last year. He won the championship with Oklahoma City last year. He was the finals MVP. He's the guy. He is a bad little bitch. But I don't love the way he plays. I think he's a cool guy. I think he's got a good head on his shoulders. He seems like a great person. But he annoys me because I don't root for them, and they're really good. So what am I supposed to do? And then watching Luka dismantle them was really fun, especially on their way to the finals, because we kicked y'all's ass. The Mavs did. You probably know. You probably watched it. So this year is interesting, though, because Luka's now injured for the rest of it. The Lakers are out, and really no one else in the West is that interesting. The Timberwolves aren't going to do shit. The Rockets are interesting, but ultimately not good. So it is going to come down to Wemby. I think Jokic could probably get it done, but I don't know if they can go 3 rounds of best of 7. Wemby can, and the Spurs are young. Now, the Spurs have no deep playoff experience together, and that I really fully believe that matters. OKC are reigning champions. They've been there. Alex Caruso is a 2-time champion, about to be 3 if they win again. Shai knows how to perform at that level now. Like that, they have this team confidence, and they have one of the best coaches of all time. Spurs coach is a young, untested guy who basically is just filling in because Popovich, did he die? Yeah, he got sick. So anyway, congrats to you, Tyler, because it must be a hell of a time to be an Oklahoma City Thunder fan, because they are. I saw them on the road. I had a day off in, oh my goodness, I don't remember where I was. I think we were in Chicago maybe, and we went to a Bulls game at the United Center, and it was a midseason weeknight low stakes game, but everyone played. All the starters played. Maybe they didn't have Hartenstein yet, but like Lou Dort, Caruso, SGA, Chet Holmgren, both Jalen Williams, and my goodness, are they fun to watch live, just because they have no weaknesses. And those are the teams that win. But I'm telling you, Victor Wembanyama, I mean, he is so fun to watch. I watch any Spurs game. There was a great game today between the Spurs and the Denver Nuggets that would be too boring to go into. But anyway, so that's my basketball talk. Thank you to anyone who endured it. I appreciate you all so much. You can write in, metal up your podcast show at gmail.com. We're going to hear from our lovely sponsors over at NUPRIN, who, you know, I talk to the people at NUPRIN every day, and I'm just so grateful that they sponsor the show, and I'm a big fan. I take NUPRIN even when I don't have a headache, because they're little, they're yellow, and they're different, and I love them. So let's hear from NUPRIN, and then we're going to dive into Poor Swedish Me 96 Part 2.
I can't talk about it anymore. It's giving me a headache.
Here, take 2 of these.
Ah, NUPRIN. Little, yellow, different.
All right, I've got it all dialed up here. I'm also drinking a nice Diet Dr. Pepper. That's what it's come to here, folks. That's what's going on here with me on a Saturday night. Is it Saturday? Yes, it is Saturday. We'll switch over to our little load screen here. Oh, I love my little load screen. We got the bovine blood and semen here on the back. So this is the end of Until It Sleeps. That's fine. We can handle that. Fade to black. I'm having a good time. I'm having a good evening. No alcohol, just Diet Dr. Pepper. I mean, Jason with these white socks and these shorts is driving me fucking nuts, dude. You're in the coolest, best metal band in the world. You know what? I always liked that Jason just kept playing that riff instead of, like, Cliff would always, like, wail over it, which is cool. But I like that Jason just kept playing the hook. Oh, this kid just got thrown out of the gig. Bye, dumbass. I wonder how many rock spits James tallied up in this gig. I mean, looking at the heinies again. Can't help it, dude. I'm a human being. A lot of attitude from old Jimmy James Hetset Sr. Kirk strutting around like a little devilish, impish demon. This is a very good song. I'll tell you what, though. Probably quite a bit of butt sweat in those leather pants. We used to call that City Stages ass. There was a festival in Birmingham called City Stages, always in the summer. And we would call that getting City Stages ass. Which is, I know, charming. See, I also like that they were still wearing the all black. They were carrying over some of that Black Album vibe into this. Kirk pretending to cry? Earmuffs. Let him know, Kirky Poo. Let him know who the big boss is. And it's you. Make those squiggly electronic sounds, Ripper. Take a look to the sky. Oh, does that sound like a mic fell down? It's the official sound of City Stages ass. Oh, fuck yeah. This is easily my favorite Kirk era. He was the coolest to me at this point. Oh, back guitar. Naughty guitar. Yeah! Okay. A little Rome action. The trusses are coming down. Looks like Independence Day. Maybe Bill Pullman will come out and give a speech. We will not go into the dark night. Today we celebrate our Independence Day. Imagine having this song in your back pocket, dude. This would be any other band's best song. And it's probably Metallica's, 25th best song. Think about that. That was a big rock spit. That was kind of a half snot, half spit. This dude's wearing a shirt that says Sweden sucks. Damn, dude. Be a patriot. Probably the coolest song about being on the road. Turn the Page is probably the greatest song about being on the road. But Turn the Page is sad as hell. This song is just badass. Jason, take those shorts off, man. Have some dignity. Yeah. Been doing the riff battles over there on YouTube. I did this one versus Sabbath True. Most people voted for Sabbath True. Underrated solo, too. Which I know this isn't the solo. Great guitar harmony part. Ooh, look at that shot of James. Black Ouija, love it. I always think of that guitar when I think of this time. Yeah, I love the solo. Don't really get a lot of love. It's like when you die and you go on and you roam and you wear white socks or the shorts and you're roaming and you're looking for your pants. You can't find your pants because you've been roaming and going on and roaming. Good. Great ending. The song gets a little long in the tooth on the album. It's that long fade-out sesh. Where as a kid, I imagined that they played it forever because they were having so much fun. Jason's out rocking with the kids on the rail again. Uh-oh, it's sensitive bass solo time. Just what everyone wants. It's actually nice. It's a nice little melody. Too brief. I'm just buying a little time for James to get set up to start Fade to Black on the old Ken Lawrence. Dude, I had a very long stretch of years where this was my fucking Metallica song, dude. Kirk on the Black, 70s ESP, Black Les Paul Custom with EMGs. Always so interesting how they speed up in this section. Trusses are all moving ahead. Much prefer to hear him sing it in this era rather than 84. This was a better singer in the 90s. It did also come with those. Oh, yeah! Interesting sound. Look at these kids all slushed up together on the rail. A little Metallica cuddle puddle. This kid's trying to give Jason a Metallica t-shirt while he's playing Fade to Black. What's he supposed to do, dude? I remember I used to wear this really cool kind of Stetson kind of hat when I played live. And after a gig once, saying hi to fans on the stage. And then someone goes, "Hey, can I have your hat?" She was asking for my hat. It was like a $500 hat. And I said, you're asking me to give you my hat? She said, "Yeah, I want to give it to my son." She had like a little 5-year-old kid there who couldn't have given a fuck if he had my hat or not, by the way. I said, "I'm not going to give you my hat." And then she got mad at me. She looked upset with me. People are nuts. These dudes, they remind me of the guys in the back of the Wayne's World car just headbanging to Bohemian Rhapsody. They're just jamming with Jason, dude. They're not trying to, there's not a camera up his ass. They're just enjoying the moment, man. I will never start talking about how much better that shit was than whatever this facsimile of moments we have now. Speaking of weird arrangements, this song is weird as hell. Intro in one key, Then it speeds up, and they basically play this middle song that has no chorus. Then they play this bridge, which is like a third song in a different key. And he sings it twice. And then this riff is the bridge to the last section of the song, which changes keys again and almost feels like a fifth song. A bit of a Lars fuck up there. Oh yeah, Kirk ripping it. This is one of the best live Fade to Black solos I've ever heard. I never understood why he went major right there. He always goes major on that one bar. But man, he's playing major right here. It sounds weird, dude. Swamp butt, city stages ass. Nice work, Kirk. What's coming next? They're all looking at each other. They're all looking real cheeky. Oh my goodness. All right, boys. I'm not sure what's happening here, everyone. All I know is Jason's still wearing shorts. I mean, I'm not really sure what that ending is. Now they're leaving. Okay. Oh, no. Guitar change time. Oh, James is playing the V with the fire on it. My friend Aaron Ginther has one of those, but it's not the green one from the Whiskey in the Jar video that he ended up giving to the guy. From what band? Machine Head? Uh-oh. Lars is shirtless now.
Are you sure? You're not lying to me, are you? Fuck no, James.
I think on Cunning Stunts he plays Fuel with this guitar, right?
We're gonna play some old shit now, alright?
Oh, well, never mind. What is this, Kill Ride medley? Kirk with the Spider ESP Les Paul.
You must have Kill 'Em All, huh? Who's got Kill 'Em All?
We all do.
I said, who's got Kill 'Em All?
My friend's brother, Brad.
How about Ride That Lightning?
All right, Kill Ride.
Ride the Lightning? So you know that shit. We're gonna play loud and you're gonna yell loud. I just fucking know it. You promise?
You don't know. You won't. Sweet. I love this medley so much. Jason back down there with the kids. He's real comfortable down there with everybody. Notice Kirk, I think, has gone down there maybe once. Must be weird for them to be playing a Dave Mustaine cover song. These dudes just singing in Jason's face, man. I fucking love it. R.I.P. 90s. Well, No Remorse. No Remorse fucking rules. Big fan. Actually bought the Dahan performance CD from the official Metallica web store. War Without End. Oh, James fixing that mic stand. It's not easy to do. Playing it, you're singing it, you're leading the whole arena, you're fixing your mic stand. Oh, James down there giving high fives. Jason throwing the horns. Kirk shaking his little tush. Key change. Looks like we went to B. Down to A. It'll hit the lights. Now this is probably my personal favorite from Kill 'Em All. Even though that's the first lyric, it's still my favorite. It's not like he said sitar. What if Ravi Shankar came out flying on a carpet and played a sitar solo and hit the lights? We be chugging. Four Horsemen. Ba boo boo ba boo boo ba boo boo ba boo boo. Oh, Kurt Ghost does go down there. God damn it, this song rules too, man. Is this my favorite Metallica song? Is Pestilence the next one? Oh, yeah. See, I love the Kill Ride medley because that means they're not going to play Seek and Destroy later. You know, I like it in the small chunk. The bass is nice and loud. Sounds great. It's so fun to see all these young kids in the front rail singing all these words. There's a bunch of misfits. James going down by the rail. Oh, no. It was like a mic. I can never really get a clear idea of what this fucking stage layout's like. You know, you watch 90 minutes of this video, and still can't really tell what the fuck's going on, man. James goading the crowd. Kirk's like, yeah, man, we rock. Ooh, a little pyro action. Oh, shit. Yeah, fight fire. Of course. And don't they end it with that top hook of Ride the Lightning? Dude, this song is so fucking brutal. I don't know if there's a more brutal song in their catalog than this. Yeah, hell yeah, Jason on those BGVs. That's nice. Get him, Lars. I don't know why I thought maybe they did the top of Lightning again at the end of this. Is Lars wearing like boxer shorts? Plaid boxer shorts? Lars, are you wearing plaid boxer shorts? Also, I thought he took his shirt off. Did he put another black tank top on? It'd be crazy to go to every major city in every country in the world. At least 20,000 people are going to show up and know all the words to your songs. Oh, bass solo, take one. All right, is this like the main set ender? Is that what's happening here? Is that what I'm picking up on? Oh, they did do it. I do know Metallica trivia. I should start a podcast. Lars is like, I'm going to sit on my drum set and look exhausted. Kirk's like, I need to go change my leather pants because they're wet from sweat and maybe even urine. James just pretended to actually wipe his hiney with a towel and then threw it to his adoring fans. Are they going to go throw some beers on them and regurgitate? You guys know it's not over. I know it, you know it. It's playing God of Thunder. That's a Kiss song. That bass line. Lars is trying to give the stick to someone. So is Jason somewhere on the stage or something playing God of Thunder? What was that all about? I'm not sure what this jammeroo is. Die! What did he say? Well, this is apparently some song that I don't know. Let's look it up. Let's not wallow in our ignorance.
Looks like you're still here.
What?
It sounds like you're still here. God damn it, we're still here. We're gonna play
Return
some
of the
songs. You ready?
Vampire Jam.
I said, you ready? So fucking what?
Oh, here we go. Merciful Fate. That makes sense. I hope you got your earmuffs for this tune. James has a sleeveless shirt on now. No, you didn't. Interesting solo. Sounds like maybe... Ah, yikes. Maniacal laughter. Yo! It's crazy that his voice is getting worn out, man. He sounds as good now as he did at the beginning of the show. All right, puppets action. James on the black ESP. What is Kirk playing right now? All downstrokes. I mean, is this Metallica's best song? Oh, Kirk's playing the Caution hot guitar. Love that guitar too. They sound great, man. Sound tight. I feel like Kirk had a rougher first half of the show, but he's been sounding real good. That Fade to Black solo was real nice, Clark. Weird shot of like road crew on the stage. I wonder if they're about to do the old burning guy. Maybe James fixing the mic stand earlier was part of the theater of it. Oh, there's Kirk rocking with the kids. The security guards just throwing all their arms down. He's like, "Fuck you." Yeah, Kirk's definitely not getting as close to them as Jason and James did. Oh. Is this the truncated version? Oh, wow. Yep. Everyone's like, what? I also think that they sounded better live when they played with amps. Maybe that's just little old me, alone in my principles. Off he goes to write that hit song, alone in his principles. This man in a very nice camper wants to put our song on the radio. I'm signing, you're signing, we're all signing. Let him burn, guy. Off playing your bongo drums. Let him burn. I'm just saying random quotes from that thing you do right now. That's what it's come to here at 12:53 a.m. He says the F word. That's not nice. Trying to mess with the aspect ratio of this DVD. Yeah, he's got to sing that part lower. It's really James that, or Jason that hits that high. That was interesting. Kirk was walking to the edge of the stage, and one of the security guys was telling him, "Don't come further." I wonder what that was all about. You know, this isn't one of my favorite Kirk solos, but it is iconic as hell. Like, I can't imagine another one here. I love how he gets out right here. Everyone clap your hands. Speeding! Again, Jason taking the high stuff. He was really great at that. Really great at that supportive background vocal thing. And they haven't really had that since then. We all know that. Where do you go from here? Where do you go from here? We already played Nothing Else Matters.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Oh, here's the Burning Man guy. So James's guitar is crapping out. Things exploding. The ladder's falling down from the lighting rig. There's the Burning Man. Someone's blowing a fucking whistle. Like a street crossing whistle. Oh, there's the flaming guy. Holy shit. I mean, this is really crazy. I remember, is it in Cunning Stunts where James acts like one of the sparks gets him in the eye? There's a... Oh, there goes the truss. And then people clap. Okay, hell yeah. I think a guy just died, but Sandman was cool. All right. It's all dark in the arena. That is fucked up, because if someone really did get hurt, you don't know if it's part of the show or not. I wonder if they had that sound effect and they're just playing like a tape of it. That sputtering shit. Off he goes to write that hit song. I just got third-degree burns all over my face and my hiney. All right, yeah, they're doing the clap like when an athlete's hurt and he limps into the locker room. And you're like, okay. They're wearing like EMT jackets and shit. I wonder what that guy's 20 minutes after he gets wheeled backstage, his next 20 minutes are like. Like, immediately just, they're like, all right, fuck you. We got work to do. I feel like this is more drawn out than Cunning Stunts. We'll do Cunning Stunts, of course, on the next box set, but... people on stage, people testing the snare drum. I don't see any band members. Cunning Stunts is where they start turning those little light. Hey, testing 1, 2. They start turning those little light bulbs on one by one. Oh, I see Lars. Because he's in his underpants. Oh yeah, they got the little light bulbs. Okay, Kirk. See, it's symbolic. They all got to do their own light bulb. Yay. All right, the static sounds a little much. And the Oscar goes to... James with the white tank top. Yeah, they're putting on an acting clinic here. What? What happened? The guy burnt his face and penis off? Well, I guess you still want me to play guitar, though? Okay. Got the little combo amps up there. Those gotta be for show. And James is being coy with whether or not he's going to pull his light. That's Cure. Well, it was Cure. The man takes another bullet. Yeah.
We're gonna play some more on teeny weeny amps. Oh, dude. It's gonna sound giant big, like.
I got a couple of Mesa Boogie combo amps out there. I doubt that they're actually really playing them. They don't even look mic'd up.
I think we're gonna play Breadfan.
Oh! Killer cover. One of my favorites. Breadfan! Very minimal lighting. I can't really get a good view of the amps to see if they're mic'd. Again, it's hard to tell like where they are on the stage. It does look cool with that, like just the floor package lighting on, and then those four lights coming down. Come on! All right, key change. Key change again. Nice fills by Lars. Fucking awesome riff. Yeah, boy. You guys ever seen that Coldplay video? Sorry to mention Coldplay. Where he's doing Fix You at like Glastonbury and he's throwing that light. You'll get chill bumps if you go watch that. This is what that just reminded me of. That's why I brought it up. Motorhead cover. Overkill, right? How about ending with 2 covers? And really, they started the first encore with So What? So 3 covers here at the end. This song is awesome. F off. Man, it's pummeling drums. I mean, it is tough. 4 cover songs in a night. That's 4 Metallica songs you didn't get to hear. That's Harvester of Sorrow. I mean, at this point, that's Blackened. What else? That's Battery. Sanitarium. 4 Horsemen, which I guess is part of the medley. But no Whiplash. Or did they play Whiplash? I think they did, actually. James Hetfield, lead guitar. All right. Heck yeah, dude.
See you, man.
All right. Job well done, boys. That's my favorite part of a show as a live musician is just knowing that you landed the plane, knowing that you did a good job, knowing that you put on a good show, you gave people their money's worth. That was fantastic. I loved it. I had a great time. Thanks for everyone for checking it out and hopping on the ride. Again, thank you to the new patrons. Thank you to the people who wrote in emails. metalupyourpodcastshow@gmail.com. I will read it on the show and immortalize you in YouTubing and internet history. And I'll be back next week, and we'll continue to dig into a few more of the deep cuts on Load with the guitar and bringing out the arrangements. I'm going to be posting the Hardwired to Self-Destruct re-edits. So keep an eye out for all that. Thank you. Happy Easter. Happy whatever the fuck you celebrate and whatever you're doing out there. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. They need you. They love you. I love you. See you on that flip-flop, baby. Peace.